we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. No take for there to see. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make great.
All right, guys, let's get this party started. If you want a reading, be sure and visit my stand store. It is linked in the description below. And as always, we have a fair use, a disclaimer. As you come in, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share the video if you like it. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Hey guys, welcome to Astrology for Mystics. I know this is rather late for me. I normally don't do late videos, late lives, but today I created this video and it's about Astraea and Pisces. I'm not sure if the sound is going to be good, so y'all let me know. But I want to do this live about Sebastian Rogers, who went missing out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, February 25th, 2024. His birthday will be December. In December, he'll turn 18. And I'm seeing some things, okay? I'm seeing some things and I just want to talk about it. But as I talk about it, I've already got it in a video format and I want to discuss this video. I mean, let's just take it how it flows. All right. So let's talk about Sebastian tonight. Here we go. And thank you guys for being here. Love all you. Thank you so much for your time and attention on this matter. Love you guys. We need to talk about Sebastian Rogers because let me know if you can hear it. The divine justice is not just in Pisces. She is hitting specific points in Sebastian's chart at very specific times in 2026 and 2027. And those dates matter. We're not just guessing here. We're tracking Astraea as she moves through Pisces, the sign of what is hidden, what's unresolved, what's beneath the surface. And in Sebastian's case, Astraea is activating the foundation of his chart. On May 6, 2026, Astraea reaches a 4 degree and 56 minute. This places her directly on his IC, and the IC is the home, the genealogy, the private environment where something begins or ends. So when divine justice in Pisces sits here, this isn't public yet. This is something rooted in the home. This is something foundational, something that has not been fully seen. So are y'all hearing it okay? I'm having to record it and then upload the recording. So it's Canva is just not being my friend. Okay. Divine justice, Astraea. She is coming, and I'm going to explain it all in the video. She is coming into the same degree in which Sebastian Rogers has with his IC. And I'm going to explain what that means. Okay. I'm gonna be explaining it. Just listen to it. And if you want to write it down, if you've got a calendar near and you want to write these dates down and you want to revisit this with me, this is a good time to do that because I'm going to name 3 dates. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you right now. You can be listening to it, in the video. But the 3 dates are May 6th, which is not far, August 31st, and then again on December 11th, just days after Sebastian turns 18. And this is a big time period for him that I want to watch. And so as watchers, right, as observers, we're not trying to fix, manage, control the narrative or anything. We're trying to let everything go. Just let all the chatter go. Because I think that there's a lot of chatter that we get caught up with. And sometimes maybe we need to just take a break and just let it all go and begin again. That's what Astraea wants us to do. She wants us to change our mind. So as she has come into Pisces, this is brand new. This is a big energy that astrologers don't talk about. We don't, we'll talk about Mercury, we'll talk about the sun, we'll talk about Uranus or Jupiter, but we don't talk about Astraea. So we want to talk about her. She is Virgo. she's an asteroid but she is Virgo. She was in the myth, she is Virgo. So let's listen in, okay? Y'all just indulge me, okay? Please. Love you guys. Here we go. And this is a trigger point. Write this down, okay? Then on August 31st, 2026, Astraea, she will come back over the same degree in retrograde. And that's not random. It's a revisit, something re-examined, something questioned again, something that didn't resolve the first time, like maybe taking out the trash, that video. Because this is where details can definitely resurface of things that were hidden or where something that was just mess that has gotten overlook that's going to get another look. Okay, so we have May 6th, August 31st, now Astraea is in retrograde. And then on December 11th, just 4 days after Sebastian's 18th birthday, this is where it's going to intensify. And now Astraea will form multiple aspects at once. This is the timeline that I'm really watching the aspects because we're playing the tape through to after his 18th birthday just to see, just to watch and observe what's taking place, what's going to happen. But 4 days after his 18th birthday, on the 11th, Astraea will oppose Mars in Virgo. And Mars in Virgo is going to be in the third house. Mars will actually oppose the state of Tennessee's Mercury in their ninth house of Virgo. And we'll talk about that. It's going to be in an opposition in that third house, which is about neighbors. It's about communications. It's about the surroundings, the local environment. It's also about siblings, ring cameras, just cameras in general. And it can point to conflicting narratives, movement versus truth, a lot of action that could be questioned again. And this square to Mercury that is. Y'all don't hear anything? Jeff says he don't hear anything. Y'all don't hear anything? Let me know. Okay. All right. Just making sure. Going to be taking place in the sixth house. That is actually Mercury will be in Sebastian's first house. This is going to be a lead. There's some type of lead here with communications. Mercury is about information. It's about siblings. It's about courts in Sagittarius. It's about statements, reports, belief versus fact. Could be about a church, religious, philosophical, universities. But the sixth house is about the daily routine, the details. So this is critical with Sebastian's chart on December 11th. And a square here suggests with Mercury that information isn't going to fully align. Statements could be challenged, details that don't match the bigger story, that kind of stuff. But this is going to be a back and forth until December. So it's not like we're just going to come into this day. This energy with Astraea and Pisces constantly coming into conversation with Sebastian's fourth house of home that I see that is going to bring a lot of conversations up that maybe we are just, finally going to have some type of clarity. But the clarity probably won't come while Astraea is in Pisces, but it could bring some revelations, that's for sure. I mean, it's just not simple. It's layered, so we have a lot of tension, pressure. The tension is the oppositions that I'm seeing. The pressure is the squares. And there could be some openings to some truth with the sextiles. Like Venus is going to be in Scorpio. She's going to be sextiling Astraea. So there's some type of, Venus and Scorpio. We'll talk about that. But all the while, Astraea and Pisces, it could be where things are piecing together. They're merging through contradictions. And we just have to remember who Astraea is. She left humanity because we were too corrupt. She doesn't rush in, she waits. And as she moves through Pisces, I don't think that she's going to expose everything all at once. I think she's going to allow some misalignment, some confusion, and some pressure to get to the truth. So the key dates are May 6th. I think that this is some type of initial activation. And then August 31st, we'll probably revisit. And then December 11th, there's going to be some type of confrontation of truth. So this is how this timeline is unfolding with the divine justice. It's not going to be immediate. It's not going to be totally obvious, but I think that there will be some structuring here. So, if you're watching the case of Sebastian Rogers, who went missing out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, watch these dates because Astraea in Pisces isn't going to miss. She's just going to reveal things, but only when the time is right. Okay. And if you are interested in knowing a little bit more about Astraea and who she is, just stick around and we're about to talk it through. Astraea is an asteroid who is named after. So, are y'all following it so far? Do you have any questions? Are you following this? Because I'm about to break down who Astraea is in mythology. So, do y'all have any questions so far? Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm saying that this divine justice, she is going to come and she is going to sit on Sebastian's IC. It's his home. It's about his mother. Each one of these important dates will involve Katie Proudfoot. And so if she's watching, if she's going to get any type of inclination from this reading, she needs to know that this will involve her as well. When you have any type of energy that comes and sits on your IC, it's having to do with your family. Okay. It's having to do with your genealogy, your mother. And sometimes it's about a low point that you have with your mom. It can be with Sebastian and this missing event. There's a lot of things that when we look at when I look at the charts of these 3 dates, you can see patterns, and I'm going to end up showing you guys the astrology. Those of you that are interested in seeing me draw the connections, talk about them, you know you know what I do. No, she's not a swinging justice, she is the divine justice. But, I mean, maybe she does swing it. Maybe she does swing it, Jeff. But she's gonna these dates are important, and I want us to watch them because there is hidden truths that should be revealed if we watch and if we listen close enough. A lot of Sebastian's case, is disappointing because it's a lot of the chatter. The energy that I see that is constantly showing up is a lot of the chatter, just a lot of the BS that may or may not be factual with what the law enforcement has, with the, case that they could be building, regardless of what we see, what we understand. And divine justice being in Pisces, as she dips back into Aquarius, she's going to revisit some of the aspects with Sebastian too during during that period of time. So when she comes back into Pisces, I think that there will be some dissolving. So we have to ride the wave. We have to ride it and we have to just, try to be patient with what is unfolding with the investigation in itself. So I'm going to go ahead and continue because I want you to understand who Astraea is. I want to kind of, implant it in your brain who she is because she's pretty serious in our charts and we don't talk about her enough. After a Greek goddess, which means star maiden. She is the constellation of Virgo. She is the goddess of justice, of innocence and purity in Greek mythology. And she is revered as the last immortal to live among human beings during the golden age in which she departed from earth because corruption was running rampant and there was nothing symbolizing justice. She is the daughter of the Titans Eos, which means dawn, and Astraeus, her dad, which means stars. So she's literally born from light and the sky itself. Astraea lived on Earth, like I said, during the Golden Age, and it was a time when humanity was just, peaceful, and in harmony. But as humanity declined in the Iron Age, violence increased. So one by one, the gods left, and Astraea was the last to go. According to the Metamorphoses, a poem written by Ovid, Astraea did not leave quickly. She stayed longer than any immortal, watching and hoping and just waiting for humanity to correct itself. But when it didn't, she abandoned Earth. And when she left, the justice left with her. She rose into the heavens and became the constellation of Virgo. But the long standing myth is that she's going to return. And that one day, when the world reaches a breaking point, the divine justice will come back to earth and restore a new golden age. So when we track Astraea in astrology, we are not just tracking justice, we are tracking the potential return of it. And Aquarius is a lot different than Pisces. So as Astraea has moved from Aquarius into Pisces, this matters because she's going to dip back into Aquarius as well. She's going to dip back into we the people. And this matters because Aquarius is all about the collective truth. It's about systems and logic. And Pisces is not clear. It's an illusion. It's about the past. It's about hidden suffering. It's about acceptance, spirituality, and what is unseen. So, what happens when divine justice enters the unseen? Justice doesn't disappear in Pisces, it goes underwater. And this is where truths don't come out all at once. Truth is unclear, it's misleading, and situations don't look resolved. But beneath the surface, things are being exposed, they're being dissolved, and they are being spiritually corrected. And this is not the courtroom justice, this is cosmic correction. You know, think about her myth. Astraea leaves when it's corrupt. And as she moves through Pisces, there's a lot of endings, there's a lot of dissolution, and it can signal a reckoning with what's been ignored, consequences catching up, and beginning stages of restoration. I mean, not loudly and not instantly, but inevitably, there is a restoration here. And so this timeline is telling us a story. You know, we've got this May energy, and then we, are coming back, and then it will be resolved. There should be more clarity by February 2027. Astria isn't going to rush. She's not going to rush into anything. She didn't rush when she left the earth. She definitely wants to bring justice. And right now, it's moving into the deepest, most part of the sky. And so if you're watching anything in your life that feels unclear, pay attention and pay attention to Sebastian's case. Because with Astraea and Pisces, the truth isn't gone. It's just not fully visible yet.
And of course, it's not visible. Otherwise, we've found Sebastian by now. And so I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not God. I can't tell you what this energy is really going to be about. But what we can do is we can explore it. We can explore it together because we got time. All right. So the first date that I'm watching is May 6th. I mean, it can be the 5th or the 7th, August 31st and December 11th. Those are the days, excuse me, those are the days that I'm watching with Sebastian. With this energy that it's going to be a lot about Katie. And I hope she's listening. I hope she understands that these are days that we're watching with her as well. Okay? Y'all following me? Are y'all here? Are y'all understanding? All right. Well, I just wanted to come on here for a little bit and talk to you guys about Sebastian, talk about the things that I'm seeing coming. I hope you all have a good rest of the evening, this beautiful Sunday night. I'll be talking about this, okay? And some of it, I think that we're going to have to do members only. There are certain things about Sebastian's case that I am just not comfortable being out in the open. You know, I also like to keep some things close to my vest and not just spit everything out that I'm seeing, unless it's to his dad, Seth Rogers, or my closest friends. But we're gonna have to watch this, okay, guys? We're gonna have to watch it. We're gonna be talking about it. We've got days that we can analyze, but I tell you one thing, I'm seeing a pattern, and I want to talk to you guys about that. But I want to talk to you about it more privately. All right. So you guys have a good rest of the night. I love you. Let's pray for Sebastian, pray for his happiness, his peace, and his family's peace. And with that said, peace out.